Number 7 Stanford is going to number 8 Notre Dame in South Bend. So you can watch Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Stanford, flip back and forth, but this one's exciting. And here's why. Because last week, Stanford, let's call it a little luck of the Irish, bounce of the ball. How'd that work in their favor? Take Notre Dame. Notre Dame took Mark May's advice, and look what happened. They're a whole new offense. Now, at the same time, what about defense? Stanford, Bryce Love, arguably still one of the top running backs in the entire country. He's running for Stanford. Notre Dame has given up 200-plus yards. But it is at home. It's Ian Book's first big start at home in Notre Dame against Stanford. Primetime TV. This is a big, big game. Mark, please take us here.
Yes, you said number 7 Stanford playing against number 8 Notre Dame. Starting with that premise right there, they're getting more respect than the Irish right now, Coach. You want to know why? They played tougher opponents. They played on the road. They went to Oregon, to Autzen Stadium, a tough place to play last week. Yes, you can call it luck, but no, I call it determination. I call it hard work. I call it great coaching and not making decisions. Bunch of smart kids at Stanford, they don't make mistakes. Stanford's going to win this game, and Bryce Love's going to be at his best in this game. He's going to rush for over 150 yards. I guarantee you that, Coach. Write it down on the notes right there, 150-plus yards. KJ Costello's going to get at least 3 touchdowns in this game. It's got to be close, but down at the wire, guess what? Because of the resilience of Stanford and what they learned last week on the road, they're going to pull it out in the fourth quarter and win this game 29-23.
You sound like a comedian out of work, Mark. Let's look at the facts. Let's not go to the wish list. Number 1, Stanford's 109th in the country in rushing. Notre Dame has a great rushing defense. Not only that, Notre Dame's very good on pass efficiency defense. Stanford has some problems. Yeah, their front's good. Notre Dame will be able to run the football because I think their offensive line's excellent. But let's remember this. Dylan Mitchell last week caught 14 passes for 239 yards against that Stanford defense. The thing that's so impressed about Ian Book, number 1, he's exceptionally accurate. Number 2, he makes good choices. Number 3, he's been in the program for 3 years, so he understands the offense completely. He's a very confident young man. And what's more important, he was a great backup to the starting quarterback, Wimbish. He was a great backup. Wimbish will have to be the same type of attitude and personality and be ready to play. But Ian Book is for real. Notre Dame wins this game 31-17, although I don't think it'll be that close. Notre Dame has a great punter and a great place kicker, Mark. Notre Dame, how can you vote? How can you pick against the national champion to be?
Tell me how Notre Dame defends this. One thing about Ian Book, what he did in that game, he threw the short pass as well, and Wake Forest missed a lot of tackles. Short pass, long run. That won't happen against Stanford. What's that Notre Dame defense going to do with those big tight ends, 6'5" and 6'7", and those big wide receivers, 6'2", 6'3", and 6'3", when they use their big body in the red zone and catch touchdown passes and block out those small Notre Dame defensive backs?
I'll tell you what they're going to do. When they run the ball, they're going to knock them on their back and tackle the ball carrier. When they run the pass, they're going to intercept it. Trust me. And I'll tell you what, Mark, our normal bet.
Yep. Let's double it.
Oh, okay. Okay. You still have a chance to get even if we have 8 more games. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well,